An explosion on the Jaguars. That's exactly where your Kansas City Chiefs stand right now. What happened last Sunday still echoes through Arrowhead and the hearts of Chiefs Kingdom. The Chiefs' Week 5 defeat in Jacksonville spoke press conferences, and what they said reveals a ton about our team's present and future. These are statements that explain the current mess, expose the wounds for the Lions game. So do it now. Show the strength of our fans, and let's rebuild this red journey together. Now, back to the master's words. Andy Reid started the press conference calm, loyal, not worried about the kicker. He compared Butker's situation to a golfer in crisis. He just needs to keep swinging. But let's face it, Chiefs Kingdom, that swing is wonky. Butker has missed 5 shots beyond 40 yards this season, making only 4 of 7. And since last year, he's 5 of 10 on attempts over 50 yards. Those are statistics that hurt. And as much as Andy Reid is one of the greatest in history, his almost stubborn loyalty can be a double-edged sword. The truth is simple. If the failures persist, we may be seeing the end of the Butker era in Kansas City. While the coach tried to maintain a diplomatic tone, it was Nick Bolton who bore the brunt of the defeat. The linebacker spoke firmly about no finger-pointing, and Isiah Pacheco echoed that sentiment. Everyone there knew what was being said. Chris Jones and that questionable effort on the final play. The reporters persisted, and the squad responded with unity. "We're not going to blame anyone. We're going to move forward together," they said. And that's how it needs to be. Inside the locker room, there's no room for division. Anyone who's played any team sport understands. You win together, you lose together. And looking at those faces after the game, you could tell the frustration was shared. It wasn't a lack of effort. It was a collective failure. On the other side of the ball, Isiah Pacheco spoke with a twinkle in his eye about something that went unnoticed by many: the growth of the left side of the offensive line. When asked about confidence in the blockers, he didn't hesitate to praise Josh Simmons. And here comes an incredible detail that few noticed. Simmons was added to the injury report the day before the game with an illness. Even so, the rookie took the field and put in a performance worthy of the flu game, reminiscent of Michael Jordan. His performance was monstrous, a 76.1 PFF grade, his highest of the year, with only 2 pressures allowed in 46 passing snaps, no sacks, and most importantly, 0 penalties. This after 3 straight games without a foul. Simmons is learning fast. Coming from Ohio State, where he played a gap running scheme, he had to adapt to the Chiefs' zone rush, and he's dominating. The team is rushing for almost 5 yards per attempt down the left side, a tremendous improvement. Pacheco senses this, trusts it, and has made it clear he has complete faith in those guys. It's simple. If Andy Reid wants to get paid for good decisions, let him keep running left. And since we're talking about decisions, there's another one that can yield real wins. Prize Picks, the app we are betting on, right? Literally pays off. Just as Reid and Matt Nagy can win by running with Simmons, you can win by betting on who will shine. The app is the only one that lets you pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup, passing, running, and scoring TDs. And yes, my pick of the week is already made. Cameron Ward with the most passing yards, Geno Smith with the fewest, and Patrick Mahomes with the most. Because when Mahomes is inspired, no defense can stop him. Use code CLS, make a $5 deposit, and get $50 in credits. Fast, secure, and supported by Venmo, Apple Pay, and MasterCard. Prize Picks, where it feels good to be right. But back to the numbers, because they tell stories we don't always want to hear. The PFF grades for the game against the Jaguars weren't good. There were 13 missed tackles, 6 of which were split between Nick Bolton, Jamari Connor, and Jaden Hicks. 3 defensive backs had grades below 50 in coverage, and Connor and Hicks both scored below 45. It's concerning. And what's even more disturbing is knowing that Mezzy Johnson, the corner rookie who had been playing well in place of Christian Fulton, only played 4 snaps in the game. Spagnuolo needs to reconsider this. Trevor Lawrence averaged 3.39 seconds to throw, the highest time of his entire career. This clearly shows the Chiefs' pressure was slow to arrive. Even when it did, it was too late. And on offense, the frustration continues. Wide receivers were 0 for 6 on contested balls, no catches on 50 by 50 plays, not a single one. This explains a lot about Mahomes' final stats, which still maintained good numbers but lacked help from his receivers. Now, the question looming over Chiefs Kingdom: is the game against the Detroit Lions a must-win? Type Y for yes or N for no in the comments, because the numbers are clear. Since 2000, only 16 of 170 teams that started the season 2-4 have made the playoffs, less than 10%. The margin for error has disappeared, and the schedule is unforgiving. After the Lions come the Raiders, Commanders, Bills, and Broncos, 4 teams that were in the playoffs in 2024. Entering this streak at 2-4 would be disastrous. This game is the border between chaos and recovery. It's time to react. The time to show that the Kansas City Chiefs are still the same championship team, resilient and ferocious. But it's not just about numbers or schemes. It's about pride, about legacy, about what it means. Patrick Mahomes finding strength in adversity. Andy Reid adjusting the helm, and a defense that needs to find its rhythm. It's about Nick Bolton, the quiet leader who refuses to see the team divide. It's about Isiah Pacheco, who runs with the heart of 1,000 fans. It's about us, Chiefs Kingdom, who never gives up. So I ask you, fan, will the Kansas City Chiefs bounce back and show they still dominate the AFC? Or was this loss a harbinger of something bigger? Leave your comment below. If you believe, like. If you trust, share. And if you want to experience this roller coaster with us, subscribe to the channel now. Because here, every game is a battle, every play is a story, and every fan is part of this Red Nation. Next Sunday is all or nothing, and Chiefs Kingdom will be ready. Because after all, the flame never goes out. Hey, hey, hey.